Hey everybody, welcome back. Jordan here. We have so much stuff to do in the Lego room and in the Lego world. It's crazy. Today we're going to be taking a look at our entire project list. There are 40 things that we need to do. So obviously we're going to be talking about the Lego city. We're going to be talking about the Lego room. We're going to be talking about Lego displays, essentially everything that we have going on right now. The list is long, so let's get started. So we're actually going to start right here in the amusement park. You know that we've all been converting to mills lately, and it's coming along pretty smoothly. Downtown core's almost done, but we need to convert the amusement park to mills. That includes all of the rides, all the attractions, all the tiled areas, the large castle stand, and everything like that. So it's going to be a challenge. And in particular, we have to figure out how we're going to convert our train track to mills as well. So eventually, one day, we plan on converting this entire area. The other thing that we need to worry about in the amusement park is a new ride. Apparently, we might be getting a new ride this year, and it might be a roller coaster. We don't know if it's going to be as big as this roller coaster. We don't know what it's going to look like. But as you can imagine, integrating a new ride into the amusement park is going to be rather difficult. We do have some excess space over here that we can open up by removing this area right here with sort of the child area, I guess, with the castle picture area and stuff like that. So we have to keep that in mind, and eventually we might have to make some space in the amusement park for a new ride. So we're going to continue talking about mills. One thing that we need to do is finish converting the downtown core to mills. Recently, we made some awesome changes to the Pop Culture Street, also to Town Square, and then to the Quickie Mart, just on the opposite end of Town Square right over there. But we need to finish converting this entire area to mills, and the only two buildings that we have left to do are Spring Lantern Festival and also the train station. So we might have to retailer that to something different because obviously we don't have a Lego City train that services this area. Maybe we'll have to make that a subway station. Hey, that might work. That might be an idea. Maybe we'll change that to a subway station. But yeah, we need to finish converting the downtown core to mills, although we're very, very close. And then as soon as we're done converting the downtown core to mills, the next thing we need to do is add details. That includes minifigures, street lamps, bushes, trees, traffic lights, essentially everything that we used to have when the city was awesome and detailed. Well, we need to reintegrate that here in the downtown core. And that is a huge bullet point here on this to-do list. Also, in regards to detailing the downtown core, another thing that we need to do is make all of our sidewalks consistent. You can see we did that here for Pop Culture Street, but we need to do that for the remaining modular buildings because a lot of them are still dark gray. Another thing that we need to do to the downtown core is build more of these awesome sidewalk mills plates. As you can see, we need to finish all of these plates over here because just having them all green doesn't really make sense. So we need to add things like a farmer's market, little courtyard area for the university, and extend this sidewalk so that it goes all the way through. That is something we need to do quickly because these green plates are getting to me, but I know we'll get all this stuff done eventually, right? It's a process. You'll see that we have a lot of base plates open here in the downtown area, including all of these ones right here, and also all of these ones in the end of Pop Culture Street. Well, we need to make some more modular buildings and start filling this area. One that we will be adding to the Lego City very quickly here is actually an alternate build of the police station. You can see we have an additional police station right here, but we're going to be building the Daily Press alternate build of that thing there. We also want to come up with our own custom Lego City tuning shop that's going to be inspired by this set right here. And we'd also like to make a modular building out of this Lego Friends set right here, which is known as the HEARTLAKE City Grand Hotel. We recently did that with the HEARTLAKE City School set, so I think it's actually going to be fairly easy to do the same thing with that set. Another modular building that we'd like to make is actually an arcade. Recently we built an arcade and then we didn't really like where it was heading, so we destroyed it. We still have all the arcade games that need a home, so we're going to be building an arcade sometime in the near future. Also keep in mind we've got two different BRICKLINK sets coming from the Wave 2 sets from 2021, I believe it was. And those are the Venetian houses and also the bowling alleys. So we're going to have to integrate those eventually as well. Are we going to run out of space? Who knows? We also need to add some interior details to this modular building right here, which is the pet shop cafe apartment. And same with our hospital modular building. We definitely need some interior details there. And look at that, our H is crooked. Nice, I should straighten that out. It seems like more and more Lego BRICKHEADs are always coming out, and you can see that we have ours displayed beautifully on these custom BRICKHEAD displays. So far we've built 3 of them, but we are in need of a 4th for the very bottom of our BRICKHEAD shelf. So as you can tell, there's lots of stuff that we have planned for this large table section over here that spans 100 by 200 inches. And actually we want to replace these tables. We want to come up with a new custom table design that's going to support the subway idea and give us a nice level surface with less table legs so that the underseen areas don't have as many table legs clouding the view, and also we have a nice level surface with the subway. So we need to come up with a new custom table design as we move forward as well. That's not the only change that we'd want to make here to the Lego shelving. We also need to get more of these minifig display stands so we can make better displays with all of our minifigures in front of their sets. Just recently I installed this bulkhead shelf, and more bulkhead shelves keep popping up here in the Lego room. But there's actually one more open right up there above the Bricksie wall. Remember that narrow shelf that hosted the BRICKHEADZ? We could fit another one right here beside Santa Claus. So eventually we'd like to add another narrow Billy bookcase right there. You know what would be really cool? Adding a custom art backdrop right there behind the Titanic. I think that'd be so neat. It'd be part intensive and we'd have to come up with a pretty cool design, but we may as well throw that on our to-do list. Moving on to the residential section of the Lego City, you can see there's lots of work to be done here. We need to convert this area to mills. We're going to be building a new 48 by 48 mills plate for the haunted house. We've got to do the Harry Potter sets over there, the graveyard, the Simpsons house, the Creator 3-in-1 set, also the McAllister's home, and a whole bunch of other mills plate conversions as well, including a custom one right here that's going to host a bus station and also a playground for the HEARTLAKE City School. In addition to that, we need to build more houses. Recently, we added these green plates right here to the Lego City. Of course, I don't plan on keeping those just standard green plates. I want to make, cool details or more houses. Of course, this was just a temporary solution to fill this space so we could have an even playing field here and sort of clean up this area. But we do need to build more stuff for this area, including custom houses and landscaping. One project that we started quite some time ago was actually the custom zoo. So we need to build the custom zoo. It's been put on the back burner because we've been working on the Lego City Mills conversion. And we figured, why would we build the zoo on a standard base plate when we're converting to mills? We may as well build it on a mills plate. So we have to finish building the zoo. Also, another attraction at the zoo is the aquarium, and we need to improve the look of the aquarium and also convert the aquarium onto a mills plate. So there's 2 projects right there. Check out our Lego City farm. Yeah, it's not really looking that good, but we do plan on building a farm eventually, and we're going to place that farm actually right over here beside the campground. This has been on our project list for too long, but the Ninjago area is actually on a drop table, and you can see that it's actually surrounded by a cliff edge. So we need to add details to that cliff edge. Also, we need to add water detail with all of the trans blue 1x2 tiles that we recently got. And we need to make like a winding staircase or path or something going down there, and also a dock where people can board a boat and head over to Ninjago. So we need to finish this area over there. In addition to that, we need to, first of all, fix this table gap. That needs to be fixed up. And then we need to work on our boardwalk area here by the beach. Not too long ago, we made these custom 3-in-1 modular buildings. Well, they were 3-in-1 modular buildings, and we improved the look of them by adding a whole bunch of parts and making them actual, modular building-like rather than being like playsets. So we need to build more of those, and we need to finish this area over here. Also, we need to convert this whole area to mills, including everything over here, such as the beach, the boat docks, the shipping yard, the underwater area, and the campground. Speaking of the underwater area, we think it's time to upgrade this area, or just update it rather. I mean, it looks pretty good, but we need to add some more sets and stuff like that. In fact, we have like a tote full of sets that need to be added under here, such as Ariel's castle and stuff like that, or underwater palace. Yeah, so we need to add some more stuff down here. It looks good. There's lots of seaweed though, which is not too bad. I wouldn't want to swim in those waters. But yeah, we need to add a lot more detail and storytelling down here. Somebody commented the other day saying, what sets are these castles? Well, that castle there is custom of my own design, and that's down here in the medieval area. We need to work on the medieval area. You can see we continued working on our waterfall not too long ago, but this project's been on the back burner for too long. As you can see, we have no shortage of projects, so I don't think you can really blame me, right? It's just trying to keep the channel going and also, you know, do cool stuff and have fun while you're doing it and make sure the passion is still there. But we need to work on the medieval scene. And you all know we have a train yard over here. Yeah, we need to work on that as well. You can see our lights are currently color changing, showcasing all the different colors that those lights can go. I want to come up with a new lighting solution for under here. I'm not sure if we're going to use puck lights or something of that nature. Just not a huge fan of these string lights. And the reason I'm not a huge fan of them pertains to the tables once again. It's just that we have to string these lights across our tables, which are all separate units. So every time we move a table, it makes it difficult because the string lights are also taped to the underside of them. So I want to come up with a new lighting solution that is different than the LED string lights. I mean, they do get the job done. They've got funky colors that they can change to. For the most part, I just keep them on white, but yeah, I think I want to come up with a new lighting solution for under the tables here. Now, in addition to that, I want to come up with some lighting solutions for some of these deeper pack shelves. I have seen these ones on Amazon. They are these little LED pucks. They're battery powered that would just slap right on the center of there, and you can turn them on, and they're all, I think they're compatible with one another, so you can control them all with one remote. However, I'm just not sure how the batteries would last in LED puck lights. They say there's like, I don't know, 300 hours of battery life. Just not sure if that's going to be the case. I want to add some LED lights to our cabinets, just these deeper ones here. So like things like the Millennium Falcon will have some light. I just don't know if I can run wires or how to run wires. The issue is if I run wires, then I have the wires there, and every time I want to change the shelves, the wires will be in the way. But I want to come up with some sort of lighting solution for this. One person told me that, hey, maybe you can just switch out this light fixture right there to being the track lighting, so you can actually direct lights onto the Lego on the shelves. So that's one thing that we could do, is I could change out that light fixture and have the bulbs pointing towards the shelf, and that might be the ultimate solution for lighting up these cabinets here. So we are very fortunate, and we're lucky enough to have a backlog to build. I need to build our backlog. Included in that is like the Cat D11 that's half built on the floor there, and a whole bunch of stuff including art projects and much more. So I need to work on building some of the sets in our backlog. Speaking of backlog, I think art should have its own category. We have a whole bunch of art that we need to build, including the Spaceman art right there. We also have the parts to build a custom Edmonton Oilers art, and we're going to be doing the alternate art of the Stormtrooper, which is a really cool art piece from Rebrickable.com. In addition to that, Jose recently found a Mario Luigi art that we want to do, and I need to hang this custom Bricksie art as well. I actually think I found a pretty cool spot for it right there. I think he'd look pretty neat up there. Speaking of art, check out our new stairwell here. Doesn't it look good? We got the flooring applied and everything's looking fresh. One thing that we need to do is put some art on the walls. We've got some really cool art here, including Yoda, Boba Fett, some Oilers stuff, some Star Wars stuff, some Looney Tunes, and a cool custom painting right there. And we need to hang this stuff on the walls right here, going down into the Lego room. Recently, I acquired a third Porsche because I want to do the alternate build of the Porsche, and I also acquired a second Mustang because I want to do the alternate build of the Mustang as well. So that's two other projects there. We've got to do the alternate builds of both of these models. Even though we already have the Countach, there's another really cool one of the Porsche and also of the Mustang that's done by the same designer. So underneath my medieval scene, we have bins full of Lego. That's a pretty small one there. There's a larger one right here, and there's probably about 10 other bins underneath this area here. We need to sort all of our Lego. In addition to that, I need to go through my entire investment hoard of Lego, which is stowed away in this little closet here, and also in some Lego bags, and make sure that all of this stuff here is listed on my BRICKLINK store. So the Lego room is looking pretty amazing. However, we need to touch it up. What do I mean by that? Well, you can see that there are little nicks and stuff all over the walls here, absolutely everywhere. And we actually need to go through, patch all of those little nicks, and then do some repainting here in the Lego room. It needs some touch-ups just so it looks, you know, healthy again, I guess. Now we have some different displays here that are always changing, including this one right here, which is our holiday display. You can see we need those minifig stands, but also we need to change this display to something different because obviously this stuff is out of season right now, so we need to rotate our shelves and come up with a new display here before it's Christmas again, I guess. I mean, eventually this stuff will make its way back over here, but I think it's no longer the season and we need to move something different to these shelves. So I told you, lots of projects on the go. It's crazy, hey? So many things to do here in this Lego room. And you know what? We're lucky that we have so much stuff to do. I consider it to be a blessing. And you know what? The largest thing is the last thing on the list. The biggest thing that we want to do is our end goal. And what is that? We want to move out of here and we want to build a Lego barn. That's our end goal. That's what we want to do. As the biggest thing on our to-do list is to eventually get an acreage that can host a large Lego barn so that we can get the Lego out of our basement, but still have it on our property and build a giant rectangular Lego barn that pretty much has all of this epicness, but more space for more of it. There you go. Let us know what you think of our project list or our to-do list by commenting below. Remember, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff. And thank you so much for popping on by. Farewell.